If you are intentional about your growth, about what you're building, about the legacy you want to leave behind, do not take this advice from anybody, because it has the potential to ruin you, to ruin your future, to ruin what you're building, your name, your brand. In fact, this advice can bring you to nothing. Stay away from it and from anyone who gives you this advice. Fake it till you make it. That mentality has ruined so many great brands. It has ruined so many great women and men, because they want to impress those who do not give the tiniest bit of F about them. Because they want to impress those who are busy with their own lives and reality. What are you faking? Can you sustain it? Can you maintain what you're faking? And you think people cannot see through you? You think people cannot read that this is not sustainable? This person is not someone we can invest in. This person is not someone we can take his or her word for it. This person is not a brand we can work with. What are you faking? How many people who started with that fake it till you make it mentality climbed to the highest of their career? Just in your quiet moments, reflect on this. Recount how many people you know that started and then picked up characters, personalities that shouldn't even come close to their brand, to their name. Did they sustain it? How did they end up? At least you can draw some lesson from the present one that is happening right now. A lady that had the opportunity, the platform, that had every possible support to rebuild her brand, her name, but still she chose to keep faking it. And now you've seen it for yourself. So if you're intentional and you want to go far in life, do not ever fake it. There is no shame in growing gradually. There is no shame in building steadily. There is no shame in growing slowly. And one thing about growth is that if you're in that slow stage, if you're in that slow growth stage, it helps you build momentum. It helps you build character. It helps you stay grounded for the future, for the growth, to be able to sustain what you will get in future. What are you faking? Can you sustain it? There is nothing you get by faking it that you can sustain. Why not let people follow your journey? Why not let people follow your growth process? Why not be that inspiration that people say, oh, I saw this person. In fact, I knew this person when they started. I was there. I watched her grow to what she is into, to who she is today. Let people follow your journey. Let people see you fall. Let people see you rebuild. Let people see you grow gradually. Do not fake it for any reason. Do not fake it to impress anyone. People do not really care that much about you. Everyone is busy with their reality. Everyone is busy with whatever that matters to them, that they are not even sparing 30 seconds of their life to think about you, to discuss you, to remember you for what you're wearing, for how much you try to impress them. It's just for that moment. After that, everybody's back to their reality. So what are you faking it for? For who? To what end? You do not need to go through all that stress of faking it for anything or for anyone, because what you get by faking, you might not sustain. And when people see the real you and the appearance you gave, if they don't match, nobody will want to work with you. Nobody wants to invest in you. Build your character. Make mistakes and learn from it. Drop the habits that are not worthy to be associated with who you plan to be in future. Drop them and rebuild. We are all products of rebuilding and rebranding. Everybody you know today is a product of rebuilding and rebranding. Why are you faking it? For who and for what? It is too stressful to fake it because you cannot maintain it. So follow your journey. Everything that you're making, document your process. Let people follow your journey and let it inspire them to pick up their life and start from the beginning again. Let them say that if this person can do this, I can also do it. I watch this person rebuild, I watch this person rebrand, I can also rebrand, I can also rebuild, I can also come out stronger. What you will use to build your tomorrow, what you will use to sustain your business, what you will use to expand your business, you're using it to impress people who do not really care much about you. When reality comes, you will face it alone. You will surely face your reality alone. Everybody will be back to their own reality. It's okay. Follow whosoever you want to follow their advice, but know that you cannot run away from the consequences. Be intentional with what you put out there. Be intentional with how people will experience you. Be intentional with everything you do, because people are watching you. People are saying, they are observing, and they are making a mental note about you. I'm not saying you should live your life for them. No. Be you always. Do the right thing. You know that tomorrow when that footprint is being put out, you will still be proud of yourself. Rather, you will say, okay, yes. Sometimes you can laugh like, yes, this was yesterday. I can't believe that this was me. Now I know better. Let your reflection be something you'll be proud of. So that when you see the yesterday and today, you'll be like, oh yes, I'm proud of myself. The mistakes I made yesterday, I cannot make it today because growth has happened. Not the one you will cover your face. Your family will cover their face. Everyone that knows you will cover their face from shame, because it is nothing to write home about. Be intentional with what you put out there. Be intentional with how people experience and remember you, because tomorrow will speak for itself. You're free to do whatever you like, but you're not free from the consequences that will come. I remember back in 2018, I'm against hiding behind the logo. I think I wrote something about it yesterday on LinkedIn. Yes, put yourself out there. Build your brand, rebuild and rebrand. Do not hide behind the logo. Let people experience the real you. Let people know the face behind the name, the brand. Do not hide behind the logo. Tell your story. Be you. Be authentic. Let people know you for your journey, for your struggles, for your rising. Let people draw strength and inspiration from it. I could remember years back, 2018, because I was also this person who hid behind her logo. I was of this school of thought that people will get to know the name or the face behind ONAD when ONAD has become a global brand, when ONAD has become an international brand, when ONAD has gained that international recognition, so that when I come out, okay, if you watch the Philippian film, Infinity, you know that lady hid behind her brand, her logo, and people never knew who she was and the son until the unveiling day. You know, please do away with that mentality if you have it as a builder, as a leader. as someone who wants to build a legacy that will sustain her, because I was hiding behind the logo at some points in my journey, my business journey. I didn't want people to know who I was, who Onad, who the real face of Onad was. I remember someday meeting, I think I was in church, I think I had some emotional distress that I needed some counseling. I went to our pastor then. And when I started narrating what was troubling, what I was battling with, and I made mention of I being the founder of Onad, I remember the shock on his face. He was really, really shocked. Like, what did you say? I said, yes, I am Onad. Because he was shocked, because most of our church members were our customers. So, and members and their pastors, like, Daddy, pray for me, I want to expand my business, I need to get this loan from this company, I need you to pray for me, I want to expand, I want to grow, I want to add some stuff, that prayer relationship between members and their pastor. So the pastor knew that most of our church members were our customers, but he didn't really know who he just knew that maybe it's like every other, lending company out there, every other debt funding company out there. Until that day that I told him this is what I needed counseling on. And then he was sure, like, you mean you are the founder of Onad, Onad Investment Nigeria Limited? And I said, yes, I'm the one. And it was like the simplicity, the way you just come, like, it was just trying to make sense of everything. But like, yeah, that is how I wanted it. I didn't want to be known. I didn't want anyone to associate me with the company except as an employee of the company, because I was also active in operations then. So that is how I wanted it. And he was like, yeah, that he's impressed with the simplicity, the authenticity, and the whole show off thing that comes with, you're making money, you're financing, you're doing this, and then you sometimes, he was like, he loves the fact that he's discovering that it is me all along, and then the way I've carried myself so far. And I'm like, I don't see any reason why I should fake it to impress anybody in this church or outside this church. Because at that time I was focused on reinvesting every penny, every profit that I make. So why should I start living by people's standard? Why should I start caring about how I should show up in their presence? Like, why should they be the one to dictate how and what I should wear or show up, or why should I live by their standard? Because I know where I'm going to, I know what I want to build. No one is financing me except family and friends, except to invest in every penny that I make. I know how I am bootstrapping. I know how I am running the business. So why should I use every penny that should go back to the business to impress anybody? It never made sense to me, even in my early 20s then. It did not make sense to me to impress anyone with my life, with what I wear, with the whole thing. It didn't make sense to me at all. So I wasn't going to live by anybody's standard. So, and that was it. I maintained it till today. That has been my mantra. That has been my mindset. I do not impress people. If you cannot respect a human being, an individual, because they are human enough, because they are decent enough, because they are intelligent enough, because they are smart enough, then you yourself are not okay. If you only respect those who you feel are materially, fitting into the idea, into your own idea, you're not okay. Every human being deserves to get that respect, that dignity, to be treated with that maximum dignity and respect, irrespective of what they are wearing, how they are showing up, irrespective of anything that is not in that your own standard that you've set. Everyone deserves that dignity and that respect. So if you cannot respect people because they are not appearing the way and the standard you set for them by yourself, you are not okay. And this is the reason why many people find themselves trying to impress others, trying to fake it, because They feel that they can only get respected if they appear in a certain way with certain things that at that point in their life they cannot afford, because people have already set a standard for them. And if you're listening to me and you're having that mindset that you need to impress anybody by overextending, by overspending what you should be reinvesting for your future, for your children, please have a rethink today. Go back and know that you do not owe anyone any explanation. You do not owe them what you wear. So far, you're decent enough. You smell good. You wear good and clean clothes. Please keep building. Please keep reinvesting. Please keep showing up for yourself. Tomorrow, they will respect and address you for what you've built, for who you are, not for the material things that they used to set their own standard. Look at what is happening to be CEO right now. Do not be another data that will use to draw lesson from. Because at the end of the day, what you get by faking it will also go like that. Show up. Let people see the real value here. Let people see your real character and decide to associate and decide to partner, decide to build with you. You have all it takes. Put yourself out there. Be intentional with what you write, with what you see, with what you put out there, because that is how people are experiencing you. Be contented with what you have. Your business is at a starting stage. Be happy. Be okay with it. Keep pushing. Keep looking for the right funding, for the right partnership. Maintain your integrity. Repay when it is time to repay. Build a good credit score for yourself. Let people, even when you are not there, let people speak for you. Let your name speak for you. Be transparent in your dealings, and watch how you will grow. Watch how your name will be mentioned in rooms where you are not in. Watch how people will refer your business. Watch how people will speak good about your brand. And I know that is the quickest and fastest way to grow. When people trust you, when people trust what you're building, when people can refer you with confidence and hit their chest and say, go work with this person, they will give you the right value, they will give you the right services, and they have the right character and attitude. Go and work with them. That is the easiest way to grow. It is less expensive and less stressful. Because before you don't need to pitch yourself, you don't need to apply, you don't need to do any sort of advice, because people are already doing that for you. I hope you draw some lessons from this video and share it to others, to everyone who needs it. Share it with them. I will see you in my next video. And if you haven't subscribed yet to Rise Again Network, please subscribe and drop your comments. I will see you in my next video. Bye.